bed and just say hi to everybody. Um, you know, like I wash my face. I like brush my hair. Like I just, there's something about getting older that we can just look so disheveled, like so fast. And it's just something that you just really have to look out for constantly. Like, yeah, have I thought about letting my hair go silver? Yes, but I'm not there yet. And I don't think I'm going to be probably for another 10 years, I've decided. So for me, like the root touch up is pretty intense. Like I'm probably 75 to 80% silver at this point. So I just think like so much confidence can come just from being super well groomed. So apart from beauty and apart from going to the derm or the plastic surgeon or whatever. Um, Another thing that I wanted to say is I've started working recently for Joanna Czech, who's like a superstar facialist, and she does like so many celebrities and high-powered types like Anna Wintour. Like she's just she's our age, but she's in the trenches. She's been famous for decades. Anyway, a lot of what that I might be saying to you tonight is kind of filtered through all the talks I've been having with Joanna lately, and she's just no nonsense and she has really great info. So it is her opinion, and I think I believe her, that products only account for about 30% of our results from, you know, like skincare products. And all the rest of it, 70% of it comes from our lifestyle. Sleep is so huge. If you sleep well, you're automatically going to look 5 years younger than you did before. I mean, like sleep is massive. Sleep should be our priority for sure. It helps us emotionally and it helps us physically. It helps with so many different body functions. I mean, it is the thing. Obviously, drinking tons of water, getting exercise, eating well. I mean, I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but sometimes we don't prioritize that. And stress reduction is so massive. I mean, I know that if I hop in the bath with some amazing salts or something, I come out like looking and feeling like so much younger and better. So it really is very much about lifestyle, and we can't discount that. So be super well groomed and, you know, pay a lot of attention to your lifestyle. So then a couple of other things. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know, people, I'm as guilty of this as the next person, especially because it comes to my house for free. I just like trying the new thing all the time. Stay off TikTok. Don't get all your like ideas from Instagram. Like don't constantly be trying brand new things because it can take up to 6 weeks to a couple of months for a product to really start working. I mean, really, I feel like I don't give my products sometimes enough time to really do what they're supposed to do. And then it's on to the next. So have some patience. And, you know, it would be great. It would be ideal if you were working with a dermatologist or somebody, an esthetician at a spa that you really trust to get you on a plan. I wrote a story about this. Okay, so I am contributing beauty editor to a beautiful website called Insider's Guide to Spas. The person who runs that, Mary Bemis, is like the spa guru. So my beat is all the skincare brands that are sold in spas. So that's that's a different kind of beat than, you know, drugstore and department store. I write about all that stuff as well, but spa is its own special niche. So for Insider's Guide to Spas, I was writing about this brand called Skin Authority, and I was interviewing the founder of the company, and she hooked me up with a skin coach. That's how that brand works. You work with a skin coach, and she put me on a regimen of products, and I really, really, after that whole process, started believing that it's key to, as much as you can, use the products all from one brand because there's a lot of ingredient synergy. They're trying to make all their products work together. It's, you know, maybe not lock, stock, and barrel. You might pick specialty products from other lines, but if you can, just try to hone in on one brand that you really like. So Skin Authority was totally my jam for a while, and I worked with a skin coach and I loved it. And then like I ran out of the products, and then I got sent a whole fleet of products from this brand that's also sold in spas called It's like a boring old spa brand, but it's so fantastic. It's called Jan Marini. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it before. So
Yes, she has terrific products.
they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They're so good. And I think I was on the age intervention program or something. But it is so idiot proof. Step one, step two, the bottles are marked. So there was like I had like a 4-step product plan for myself, or 5 products, and these kits are, I think, like $300 or something. They're so good, I want to buy them. Like, I was so sad when this all started to run out. So next up for me, because I really want to, oh, well, there was another brand that I started using for a while. It's by the founder of Kiehl's, Jamie Morse Heidegger. She created a brand called Retrouvé. It's incredibly expensive, but so, so good. So that's another brand that I think I was using like 5 or 6 of those products. But now, well, next week I'm going to New York for the US Open. So I was actually like a little sad. I was like, oh, I wish I had one whole like small kit products that I could take with me to New York. And lo and behold, today, this little kit came from this brand called Dime. And I haven't tried it yet, but they sent me like a box full of like sample sizes of everything that you might need for, like a toner, a cleanser, a moisturizer, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to take these guys to New York with me. And then when I get back, I'm diving into a new regimen for myself that's by this other high, like, esthetician to the stars, Shani Darden. So the PR team for Shani sent me like everything in Shani's line. So I will be using that. There's like a cleanser, a toner, like specialty products, some tools, some gadget. So I'm going to start the Shani when I get back. So I guess I'm rambling a little bit, but my point is, like, pick a brand and use it, and then really, like, stick with it so that you can start to see results. According to my buddy Joanna Check, the facialist, she says that 80% of your results come from what you do on a daily basis. 80%. It's not like that jacked up miracle cream that you spent like, or serum that you spent $250 on and use occasionally. It's really about the products that you use every day that will give you the best results. Joanna also says that our nighttime routines are so much more important than our morning routines. Like, she's all about, well, she says take a shower, go the whole 9 yards. But just like, and it's true that the product that you can use some products at night that you can't use during the day, or shouldn't, like retinol, because it makes you so photosensitive. So, but it's just her opinion that what you do at night is more important than what you're doing in the morning. I mean, sure, you need to clean your skin, put on some, definitely don't leave the house without sunscreen, but that's, we know that. So the most important active ingredients for women our age, for sure, vitamin A. So that's retinol. Joanna actually likes retinol palmitate, which she said doesn't cause as much photosensitivity as classic retinol. Vitamin C is another key active ingredient that you really need. I personally need it a lot. I have a lot of brown spots. I play tennis 4 times a week. I'm like out in the sun all the time. And then hyaluronic acid for boosted hydration. I mean, that's really kind of like the hydration magnet. And then other ingredients to look for: niacinamide for reducing skin inflammation and evening out tone, as well as this vitamin C, peptides for boosting collagen production, and ceramides. So that's not like everything. Like, you'll hear about a new miracle ingredient every day in the industry, and it's all nonsense. You really just need to focus on those workhorses: vitamin A / retinol, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, peptides, and ceramides. Done. That's 6, I think. Okay. What else was, so I've been using a lot of tools, if you want to, or I have a lot of tools on deck for my face if you guys want to go into that, or
That'd be
Sure.
great.
oh, you do? Okay. Alrighty. For whatever reasons, I've decided that radio frequency is kind of my jam. So I use this tripolar gadget that's got these like 4 nodules on it. Any of these tools, and I have a bunch. You have to work so hard and you have to be so diligent to start to see the results. And if you guys ever read that fun newsletter, How Not to Fuck Up Your Face by Valerie, oh, she's to be
Monroe.
impressed. She's so sweet and I love her. But she's just like, oh my God, tools. Hello, wake me up when it's over. It takes so long to get any results from them.
Is that a blog or a website?
It's a website.
It's a Substack. It's a Substack newsletter. I have this solar wave, infrared light. I just saw a new article that came out that said infrared light doesn't do anything for anybody. So yay, great.
They do that all the time.
This thing is an oldie but goodie from Harold Lancer. He's a Beverly Hills dermatologist. This thing, literally, I've never put a new battery in it. It still works. It's like this T-bar thing. Like Jillian Dempsey has one too that's really pretty famous. But she basically ripped off the Lancer because his was first, and it's a microcurrent tool. But it's just so good, and it's just like so basic, right? It's not like, and this is probably 20 years old at least. I have a couple of things on deck that I haven't even cracked open yet. One is this LED face mask, one of those lighted face masks. I have to be a little bit careful with LEDs around my eyes because I have kind of eye issues. So that's definitely something to be aware of. Just because it's really not great to have that LED light near your eyes. There are kind of like things that you can put over your eyes to protect them. I did this whole huge piece for the New York Post about tools, so I was sent every tool imaginable. This one looks like it could be very, very promising. It's by the Theragun people, the massage tools. So it's basically like a face tool that's got all these different attachments for it, including even like a cryo head, which would be really cold. I will say that I mentioned that I get like pigmentation problems from the sun. I went to a spa in Tampa and I had written a story about this new technology called Glacial RX. And I did a whole cryotherapy story. And so Glacial RX is one of the treatments. It's a spa treatment using cryotherapy, like the super cold blasts of air. It was so good. Like, it took away so many brown spots. I was just like, kind of like my skin was transformed. However, it did cost like 1,500 smackaroonies. So I know, for 3 treatments, I know.
Can I just put my face in the freezer?
You could do that. I don't know if it would be quite as effective.
We used to do that. We'd take an ice cube and just run an ice cube around our faces.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a little bit more high tech than that.
Yeah.
I found this. I was cleaning, going through my bathroom, and to prep for this event, and I found this thing. It's called a Refa, REFA, and oh my God, I forgot like how much it really, really grew. I think it could like really make a temporarily snatched jawline. See this like small panel here? You're supposed to like put it in the sun. It's supposed to charge from the sun or whatever. But this is not a new tool, but I mean, it's all temporary, but like if you're going out or something and it just makes you glowy for a little bit. And I think there's nothing wrong with stimulating your tissue with that, or like a gua sha. I have a couple.
Can you
Um,
explain what gua sha is for those who don't know?
Yeah, it's basically just stimulation of your lymph nodes, so that it just like brings blood to the surface.
Oh,
Which,
like I have a rolling jade thing. Like a
yes,
piece of
there's
jade.
that. I
rolling.
have,
Okay,
yeah.
that's that.
This
Okay,
this kind of like
that's different.
this is like a, you would see it in MoMA version of like a gua sha or whatever.
Star Trek.
There was this menopause skincare brand for a hot minute. They were really, I was doing a lot of writing for them. This was the tool that they developed. And I think it like, I don't know, they went out of business. So, but this tool is excellent. Yeah. Oh, then I got sent something recently that I may try. It's a kind of a combo tool that has, it says radio frequency, laser therapy, and infrared. I mean, would I buy some of this stuff? Probably, but I mean, again, it's all about compliance. You really have to put the time in, and you really have to commit to it. So if you're getting, if you read a lot of beauty coverage online or whatever, everybody talks about this, I guess, I don't know how to pronounce it, Lima or Lima laser. It's like $2,700. It's supposed to be like the ultimate tool, but I don't know. I can't imagine spending that amount of money on that. Okay. All right, we talked about skincare. I think we're pretty good on that.
Can we take a few questions?
Sure. Who knows if I'll be able to
skincare.
answer them. Go for it.
Does anybody have questions?
Oh,
I-
girl,
what
do we?
I'll
Oh, yeah.
ask, what is the best thing to handle your facial hair? You see all these products on Instagram and
Yeah.
they
Absolutely.
have the little
Okay.
razors in
Yeah.
the pharmacy.
Don't waste your money on like the Dermaflash and just use good old fashioned face razors. And I have a bunch here, actually. I have this
Along
whole
with
kit that
commando tweezers to get the
I
chin
have this
hairs.
whole kit that I got that I bought at Sam's Club. It's razors and some kind of oil or cleansing primer, it says. So basically, you just can't be afraid of using the razors because I get them from, I kind of like the Japanese brands. You can get them on Amazon. Shiseido has some good face razors.
Yeah.
Super, super inexpensive.
So you're saying those face razors are fine, that some of these
Yes.
other products we see
Yes.
are
Yeah.
not going to really do a better job and they're
They're the-
more
They're the
expensive?
same thing.
Well, I mean,
Also,
men
but-
do it just by shaving.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. But the facial, but definitely use a facial razor for it. What's it gonna say? Oh, you know what I saw? Even though I said stay off TikTok, my daughter sent me something. I forgot. It had to do with Vanderpump Rules or something. And then something else clicked on. It's this spray by this brand called Skin Body, SKNB Body. It's this white spray, and it shows every hair on your face, every hair on your face. So then you go in there, get in there with the razor, and then like boom. It's just like, it was kind of scary. The video is adorable though. This woman was like, I hope my husband doesn't walk in and see this. But yeah. So don't bother with the Dermaflash. Just get yourself a basic face razor.
I have to add, guys, my grandmother was still having my mother shave the fuzz off her face at 103. So
Aw,
just
God
do
bless.
That's
God
sweet.
bless.
That's
There was a
Just
great
use the
article.
razor. Just make sure it's clean and use alcohol on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a really cool article in the New York Times like a year ago, and it was about, hair on your face.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
conversation was amazing because it was
Yeah.
all these women talking about what they did and talking about how if they were unconscious, their best friend would come and pluck their hairs because as women, it's something that means so
Yeah.
much.
It does. It really does. It gets back to that whole idea of feeling like really confident. And I also think, you know, in Florida, the light is so bright, 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 and you can really see. I mean, on our Florida Beauty Problems blog, we wrote endlessly about that. Like, you know, you can see every hair on someone's face because of the intensity of the light. Like apparently Elizabeth Hurley waits until she's on a plane to pluck her eyebrows because the light like up there is so incredible that you can really see everything. So definitely definitely do that if it's something that you know are bothered by, or even for the fact that it just helps your products go in better. You know, they sink into your skin better, and makeup goes on more smoothly too if you get rid of the facial fuzz.
Do you have any exfoliation favorites?
Okay, it's just
But
me.
you know, dun dun dun, you just set me up. This polish, this face polish by Harold Lancer, the same guy whose tool I just showed you, the gold bar tool. I paid my own, I buy this with my own hard-earned money. So, I mean, you can tell it's really good. It's called the method. His system is called the method, and this is called polish. And it's just the best like exfoliator I've ever used. I do also like a peel pad, like a glycolic peel pad. Right now I'm using these clarifying pads by this brand called Skin Farm, which I think PHARM. I think Skin Farm has their own little spas, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so these are really good too. But you know, like Dennis Gross makes incredible, you know, peel pads. They're just really so good to use a couple of times a week, or if you have sensitive skin, just maybe once a week. I'm also really loving these things. They're so weird. Like they were in my cabinet for a really long time, and then I finally decided to use them. They're called peeling sticks, and they're by this brand called Dr. Oracle. And basically, I'll open one up. You use them on anywhere that you feel like there are blackheads that need some help, like through your T-zone, oily T-zone. It's basically like a swab, a giant Q-tip, basically. So I would use it on my nose, up here, where pores are more visible. They're just really good. I need to look it up and see how much these are. So this is something else I think I'll be spending my own money on because I really love them. I don't know whether it's like a Korean beauty brand or what, but it's just like something random that I was sent that I knew it would be good, and lo and behold, it is.
We did have a question about Korean beauty brands.
Yeah, they're just for whatever reasons, people just kick ass when it comes to creating skincare. I mean, it's just, I don't know whether they, you know, like prioritize it and I don't know why Korea is supposed to be such a, you know, like create so many great brands, but they definitely like tons of great skincare brands do come from Korea for sure. I want to give out a little shout out to these Patchology eye gels. They're just really nice. For when you wake up in the morning and you're just feeling kind of really puffy and such. Yeah, they're quite good. Rejuvenating eye gels is what they're called.
Does that help with under eye puffiness as well?
Yes, for sure. There's a little tool. Oh. There's I think this brand is Japanese. It's called Shikohin. They sent some new products with this roller ball eye thing. It's just so genius because I've had some other kind of like metal small tools for the eye, but they didn't rotate the way this ball on top of here is just spin, spin, spin. So it really is just so great. and you can put it in the freezer before you use it. It's really, really nice. Chicohen, I think. I can send you guys a list of all the names of stuff that I'm just rattling off. I mentioned retinol before, even though I, will be using the retinol from Shani Darden when I start the Shani stuff. I wanted to give a little shout out to this brand, This Works. It's a UK brand. It's so fantastic. I love like every product they make, and they have a new retinol product that I've been using, but they have such nice lifestyle products too, like this sleep pillow mist that I love so much. So this brand, This Works, is really just very, very good. And so body, I think body is so important. I hope you guys do too. And it's not just because I live in Florida, although I think that probably has a huge amount to do with it. Because I am in little tennis skirts like 4 times a week. So the legs are really out there. I have a couple of tools for the body that I've been using. I have a body version of the radio frequency product tripolar that I use on my face. It's got this new gizmo by that brand Foreo, and it's called the Bear 2 Body, and it's basically just like the nodules that you you rub on whatever problem body parts, thighs, your abdomen, whatever's bothering you. I really think a body lotion jacked up with retinol is really good. You could probably spend a lot of money on a retinol product. I just saw this huge piece in Vogue about retinol body products. Or the brand Burst, the Target. They have a new retinol body butter. A little funny. Like I wish that it were more, that it were thicker, but I definitely believe in the brand, and it's not expensive. Okay. This is supposed to be like the miracle body product. 1 in. I just don't like it because it's unscented. Some people really live for unscented products. I am not one of those people. I actually love scent. So this is, I think, quite effective, but it's not fun for me to use. So I would not actually spend my money on this because the French have a phrase, sensorial. It's about like the whole, the scent of a product, enhances the whole experience of using it. And I'm so of that mindset myself. There's a great brand that you can get on Amazon called Medix 5.5 body products. They have a retinol body lotion that is fantastic. I love it so much, and it smells incredible. But I blasted through it. So now I think I bought a 2-pack that had the retinol, and then this one is a vitamin C and turmeric. It's nice too, but I will be ordering from Amazon the retinol body product. Am I just like rambling?
No, but Dana, we have a question going back to facials.
Yeah.
And this is from Steva, I think. If you have a facial, do you still have to get extractions? One person I go to said older skin should not get them, but I missed how well it cleans around the nose.
Oh, definitely. I went for, she was just going at me with the extractions, and
Dana, you're breaking up a little bit, babe.
I am, but I'm not anywhere. Yeah. I'm not doing anything differently.
Sorry, it broke up for a second.
Okay. No, I mean, if your skin can take it, I say go for it with the extractions, but maybe, go less frequently or something. Yeah. I mean, I think it's part of the whole thing. I mean, it depends on your skin type, obviously.
How often do you get facials, Dana?
I don't get them very often, I'll be honest. A couple of times a year, I think. I personally don't. I have really strong skin, and I can use anything I want on it all the time. Like, so I feel really blessed because of that. But so I don't really go for facials that much, but definitely if your budget allows it, it's a really nice, you know, it's very relaxing, it's fun, it's so pampering. It's great to do it, but I personally just don't go that often for them. Okay, I mean, there's more body stuff. You could dry brush your skin. I don't know if any of you guys do that. I was probably a little bit overzealous with that myself, but you should probably only do it like 2 or 3 times a week. But it's really good for stimulating lymphatic drainage, which, you know, just makes you look less puffy, like makes your legs look less puffy. And that's just a good thing. What else? So, hair. Do we want to talk about hair?
Yes.
Okay. All right, my hair products are over here. I'll be back.
Put all my stuff in. I no longer feel like I have like a ton of stuff. I got nothing compared to her.
I personally have really terrible hair. It's coarse. It's always been very frizzy and coarse and blah, blah, blah. I hate it. So I'm always waging war on frizziness or whatever. You cannot beat this. This is so inexpensive and so fantastic. It's just Pantene. It's called Miracle Rescue. I love this mask so much. It just really, I prefer to use a conditioner, like a deep conditioner, before I get in the shower and shampoo. Other people do it the other way, but this really sets me up for like a better blowout. I don't blow dry my hair that much, but because it's futile, especially in the summer, because it's just going to puff right back up. But I swear by this stuff, it's fantastic. So I get super rooty. Like I said, I'm probably 75% silver under all this fake blonde. So I use this like old school stuff that you would get like at a beauty supply store called Fanciful. It's like just as a rinse when I'm super, super rooty and I just feel really like, you know, like I'm on my way to the colorist in the next couple of days, but I'm freaking out because it looks so bad. So I just use this drugstore stuff. There's a brand that I'm deeply in love with called Nulastin. Look it up. Nulastin. I don't know, like the woman is like a genius. And this is a scalp treatment. I just wrote a whole huge story about scalp treatments. I'm starting to get religion about scalp treatments. I'm not quite there yet, but I do very much believe in this company, Nulastin, because she also has a brow product and a lash product. I've only been using this brow product for like 10 days, and I've already seen like a major difference in my brows. So I mean, they're growing back fast with this brow stuff. So I'm thinking that she really knows what she's talking about. I just wrote about her in the New York Post. She's a really smart woman. So yeah, good brand.
Tell eyebrows again.
I also interviewed the guy who started this brand, Apres. It's basically like one of those bond treatments. You spray it on with this mister thing. It's really for damage. A little goes a very long way, but it's quite a good kind of like damage restoration product. I've sat through a couple of Zooms this year. For those of us who might have thinning hair, I feel like my hair goes through.
What a nice evening.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes my hair is like nice and thick and lush, and then sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I'm losing all my hair. So I feel like this Bosley, I attended a Zoom meeting on this Bosley product.
Bosley's, oh my gosh.
Right? What?
Like 1,000 years ago.
I know, right?
Bosley's hair care products.
The
Yeah,
hair
I
club
know,
for
but
men.
this is a brand new product that they just developed. and it's specifically for women. It's called Revive Plus. I don't know, I was very impressed when I attended the Zoom meeting, and I'm definitely going to give it a try. But then I also recently bought, when I was freaking out, just like Women's Rogaine or something. Again, this is something like you have to keep it up. You can't just like, oh, you can't be me and just like use it once every 3 months and then freak out because your hair is thinning. You have to be consistent with these products for sure. There's an excellent brand out of Miami called Better Not Younger. How great is that name? I love it so much. These looked really cool. I don't need them yet, but I might. They're hair patches. They're like thickening hair patches for those areas that you feel like when you're pulling your ponytail back, you're feeling like, oh, I look a little sparse right there. So they're like targeted patches to try to help your hair grow back in. They have a scalp brush that I'm gonna try. Yeah, just a really good brand. The woman, I think, spent years at L'Oreal, so she really knows like technology and ingredients.
Definite points for the name.
Yes, so good.
Dana, can I interrupt for a second and ask
Sure.
a question?
Yes.
Talking about ingredients and talking about, you worked at L'Oreal.
Yeah.
You and I have talked about research and development of products. I know so many
Yes.
people who go to the farmer's market and buy something. I'm guilty of it. And, it doesn't work. Look, is it just a waste of money to do something like that?
Like 1,000%. 1,000%. There are, okay. All of these like baked in a garage brands that came out, especially during the pandemic and stuff. Oh my God, like there's no science behind them whatsoever. You're just like throwing your money out the window. There are a couple though, there are a couple of brands that kind of like tread a line between natural and clinical. This brand, Alpen Beauty, is really, really lovely. But the woman, she calls it a clean clinical brand because she spent 20 years with Dennis Gross, the super derm, who has that fantastic product line. She was his publicist for 20 years. So she really knows science. But she left New York and she moved to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and she opened up a couple of beauty boutiques, and then she noticed that in Jackson Hole, a lot of people had like climate-induced, like altitude-induced specific skin problems. So she developed this Alpen Beauty line, and it's a mix of science and natural. So there are a couple of, there's Tata Harper, that's another great brand that's like, expensive, clinical / natural. So there are some good brands that, do use natural ingredients. There's a handful of natural ingredients, but by and large, you need the science. You just need the science. Oh, and another thing that you mentioned about me working at L'Oreal, I think you guys probably already know this, but I'll just reiterate it. So L'Oreal owns like, I don't know, 25 brands, right? They use the same technology in every single one of them. So whatever they're using in Lancôme, they're putting in L'Oreal Paris. So you might as well buy the L'Oreal Paris. You don't need to buy, the top, or Lauder owns Tom Ford plus Clinique. Stick with Clinique. Like you just don't, unless you just feel like spending gobs and gobs of money, go for it. But I think like, just do your research and find out like, I feel personally that like brands like Neutrogena is fantastic. The science from Neutrogena is like unmatched. It's not expensive. I just feel like I'm just not about just spending tons of money for no reason. Okay, I went off on my soapbox. The last category to talk about, if you feel like talking about it, is makeup. We can just kind of dive into my makeup bag. Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be great. I'd love to hear between foundation and tinted moisturizers what you think.
Yeah. Well, I will say that I'm very much a tinted moisturizer gal. I'm really not so much a foundation gal, and I never really kind of was. Okay. So what am I using now? I'm just showing you stuff that I'm actually using, that's in my makeup bag. So I was on the fence about this Jones Road What the Foundation. It's got the most bizarre texture on the planet. It's so weird. And I mean, it's Bobbi Brown's brand, right? She knows what she's doing. But this is not for everybody. It's so gloppy and so weird, but I'm falling in love with it because but I only use a tiny bit. And I'm a fingers, I probably should use a nice brush to apply this. I've seen people using it with a brush, you know, like on YouTube or whatever, but I just like dig my clean little paws in there and just,
Dana, I do the same thing. I
right?
tried that and I
It's
really
just-
like it. And I don't really apply it with a brush. I just put a
No.
little, you don't even need a lot.
It's
Yeah.
so weird. It's just
the
such a
liquid one
weirdest thing I've
separates.
ever tried in my life. But I don't mind it. I mean, I'm really starting to love it. And actually, she packed a lot of skincare ingredients in here. Bobbi is 5 years older than I am. She's 66. So you know, she's thinking about older skin. And so she put a lot of skincare ingredients in this. So it's if you've got oily skin, this will not work for you. But if for those of us who are, you know, like normal, I'm normal, or if anyone's certainly dry, it's a great bet. Or I also love this CoverGirl plus Olay, Simply Ageless. Again, it's one of these just like little pot situations that I can just like smooth on with my fingers. Really inexpensive, but the fact that it they've CoverGirl partnered with Olay just makes it a little bit more of a treatment kind of foundation. Yeah, it's really nice. Simply Ageless. That's what that's called. But then like, okay, I really love this brand, Cali Ray. It's not for me, it's more for my daughter, right? It's probably skews more toward my daughter who's 18 years old, but it's by the same company, the same founder of Urban Decay, which was that makeup brand that was so hot in the 80s. She's another one of these clean clinical brands. She calls it Performance Clean. So she's packing, it's all makeup. It's not, she doesn't have any skincare yet. But so she's putting a lot of a handful of natural ingredients, but she's also putting like, you know, she's also kind of like backing it with science and everything lasts. It doesn't like disappear. So this is called Skin Wellness Diffusing Tint. So it's like a tinted moisturizer. What else is in my bag? I love a good blush. It Cosmetics is such a great brand. I don't know if you guys love it as much as I do, but this is called Sun Blush, and it's just, I love cream blushes. I always have, for whatever reasons. It's just kind of that's my thing. What else is in here?
Do you think cream blushes are better suited to like aging skin?
Yes, don't you? I feel like because they're just so nice and hydrating. That's the number one thing that we need to do is replace lost hydration, because that's the thing that makes you look instantly perky and peppy. And never skip blush. I mean, literally never skip blush.
Well, same
You
thing
guys
too with
probably-
eyes, where the cream is much easier, it doesn't cake in your eyes.
Yeah. There's a brand, I think, this kind of grubby, this palette, a brand called Iconic London. They have really great products. I don't know where you can buy Iconic London, probably Target, I'm not really sure. But they sent me this palette that I just like destroyed. It's just so good. I've used all the, I don't use this super dark brown, but again, it's like fingers. I don't care, like I'll use blush on my eyes. I mean, you probably shouldn't do that, but I definitely do that. Okay, there's a brand that's targeted specifically to older women called Boom. And at first I was really skeptical, and then they sent me a bunch of product and I love it so much. So they have these, they're called Boom Sticks, and they're
Boom
basically
sticks, yeah.
they're good, right?
Hmm.
I love this brand.
Well,
I've, like,
multi-purpose
used it
too.
I've used it down to the nubs. Her mascara is fantastic. It's called Boom Bright It's so good. It's like the best, one of the best mascaras I've ever used. But you really can't beat the mascaras coming out of L'Oreal. So Lancome Definicils, such like that. Was I just reading this great book? Oh, that's one thing I want to share with you too before I hop off. 3 great books that I love. This cheapy drugstore brand Essence makes a really, really good whole great crop of mascaras. So give that brand's another one you could give it a try too, and it's not expensive at all. Another inexpensive brand that I love so much, I don't know whether it's British or what, it's called Catrice, Catrice. I use this under eye brightener. It's just a very pale pink. It gets rid of dark circles, just really peps you up. I don't know. This is like an MVP in my makeup bag lately.
How
Dana,
often or how long do you hang on to your mascaras?
Excuse me?
Sorry, Stacey, go ahead.
Oh, can you spell the under eye brightener?
Oh, the brand is called Catrice, Catrice. And I think it's a drugstore brand, or like you could get it at Target. I don't think it's expensive. They've been sending me stuff recently, and I think it's really just a very nice brand.
Dana, we have one question.
Yes.
Can you repeat the name of the Bobbi Brown face product that you mentioned?
That was the Jones Road.
Oh yeah, so it's it's by Bobbi Brown. So Bobbi after she sold her company to Lauder, she stayed on for like 25 years, which is unheard of. But then she recently left, and then she started a new brand called Jones Road. So her foundation is called WTF, What the Foundation. I don't know how many shades it's available in. Oh, she has an excellent tool. She has an excellent tool on her site to help you figure out the right shade for you.
You
And
can even
also,
take a photograph and send it to them.
exactly.
Natural light.
And she's also like, she really wants people to be happy. So if you're unhappy with the shade or something, she said, just send it right back, and then no questions asked, they'll take it.
I haven't tried that foundation yet, but I love the Miracle Balm. I really
I love the Miracle Balm too.
And
I
it
use
loves
that.
I have it in
Yeah.
so many different colors. They just sent me a new one called Rosy Bronze or something. Yeah,
I like all of these.
I just like
Yeah, I think
really
a lot
good,
of us
really,
have
really
those.
good.
It's so much fun, but I never know when to do it or how to do it. So I just end up looking blah.
Darling, you look fabulous.
You look fabulous, Sean. But Dana, do you have any tips on application again for the Jones Road products?
Well, I really think that you should use as little foundation as you can get away with, and only cover the spots that you feel need covering. Don't just like say, oh, it's foundation time. Let me just go from A to Z, from south to north and east to west. Like, put it only where you need it. And so that for me, that's covering brown spots and yeah. Not that I'm like, I feel like I'm shilling for Bobbi and like, but I'm not. She has some face pencils, which are really nice too for like, to use as concealer. And she's got those in a bunch of different shades.
They work really well on brown spots too.
Yeah.
And if you do the photograph thing, they'll send you like, use this one under your eyes and this one around your nose.
Yeah. Do any of you guys live in New York City, and have you been to the store?
No, not yet.
One of the editors who I write for popped by. She said it was so insane. It was a Saturday afternoon, and there were women and like kids from all ages. She said it was so packed you couldn't even like navigate. So good for her. She's doing really well.
Hey, Brooke, you were asking about under eye stuff. Just a tip for those who don't know, Trader Joe's under eye cream appears to be made by Trilogy, which is a high-end New Zealand brand.
Cool.
I just figured it out because I was reading the container and I know Trilogy. And it's really nice eye cream for just like, I don't know, $6 or $7 a tube. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
it's a good thing to know.
Dana, do you have time for like our show and tell if anybody wants to ask about a product that they might have in their stash?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So quickly, Dana, I was going down your list. I definitely have a water-based hyaluronic. This is Laneige.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
Korean. I got it
Yeah.
in Sephora.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how it feels. And then the other one I'll show you is it's a Kate Somerville. It's a exfoliator. It's like triple exfoliator. Now, what I do is you have these spa brands and stuff, and I don't go to those spas, but
Yeah.
I tend to pick up individual items to try different
Yes.
items. But I know you recommended trying a line. I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore. But like if you have like let's say I have these.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm going to use them.
Yeah.
Do you recommend like if you have two and you're like 5 or 6, like seeking out like ceramide or peptide or what's the other one? Like
Oh, you
C.
mean looking for specific ingredients?
Yeah, like if I have two, I know they're from totally different lines. Okay.
Yeah.
But is it better to just like kind of start all over with a new line, or let's say I want to add in like a ceramide or a peptide? Would you recommend I go to a skincare professional or just kind of like go to the store and look around for the active ingredient?
I would just do not a ton, but a decent amount of online research first and just like punch in peptides or whatever ingredient it's kind of like piquing your interest. And like all of these publications like Birdie or Vogue or like the InStyle, I guarantee you there's a massive story about every single ingredient. I just saw a huge piece I just told you guys about like retinol body products. I mean, like for every ingredient, there's tons of content around that. I would just see so I would start on your computer first. And if you kind of really love this stuff, and obviously I do love it, when I was prepping for this, I went on YouTube and found all of these older women who were so much fun to watch and listen to. And one woman, she calls herself Rockstar something or other, and she's 80 something years old. And so she did her whole face for us, like over the course of like 10 minutes or something. She looked so amazing when she was finished. There's so many like sharp people reporting about this stuff out there. So I would start with a little bit of online research first. Yeah, it's not hard. Just Google like what's the most popular blah blah, and you'll start to see that over and over the same products are recommended. Yeah. But can you read me the names of the Kate product and the Laneige?
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'll try to show it too. It's Kate Somerville. It's called Liquid Exfoliate.
Okay.
Liquid Exfoliate.
Yeah.
And
then what does it say that it's got like AHAs or?
Yeah, what it's got is I had to actually look it up because I don't have the box anymore.
Yeah.
And usually look for the active ingredient on the label,
yeah.
But it wasn't on the label. So I had to go online to look, and it has in it, it's called a triple acid blend, glycolic, malic, and lactic acid.
Yeah.
Phytic acid with pumpkin, papaya, and pineapple enzymes, tetrapeptide, honey, and tea extract. So
you probably, and then the Laneige product is some type of moisturizer?
Yeah, hyaluronic. It's called
Nice.
They call it water blue. It's got a hyaluronic acid in it, I guess. I don't know if that's an acid. That may not be an acid. That may be incorrect. I don't know what that is.
It's kind of a misnomer. When you hear hyaluronic acid, people think, oh, acid, it peels. Hyaluronic acid, its sole job, it's such a moisture magnet. it attracts 1,000%, like 1,000 times its weight in water or something like that. The molecules, I forget like the what the elevator pitch is on it, but it's hugely hydrating. Yeah, even though it has the word acid in it, people get a little scared, but it's really just super soothing. So it sounds to me like you probably just need a nice basic cleanser and then sunscreen. Like if you want to keep a simple routine or something. I mean, what are your other skin? You're exfoliating, you're moisturizing. Are there any other concerns that you're?
Well, you didn't. I think you didn't touch on sunscreen yet, actually. And I know you're in Florida. You don't look like you have any. I want to say you look very even. You don't have like a big tan or anything. So lately I bought this from the drugstore. This SPF 50 CeraVe. I don't know. I don't know how you say it. CeraVe drugstore.
Yeah, CeraVe. CeraVe is so dermatologist recommended. I mean, it's like everybody is using that brand, and I think, I mean, even Bobby Brown uses that brand. Like it's just really, really good stuff, and it's inexpensive. Yeah. My sunscreens are all in my tennis bag. Oh wait, no, I do use. I did a lot of writing for this dermatologist. She has a brand called Dr. Loretta that you can find like online. She has a big presence on Instagram too. She's got incredible sunscreens that I use. So in addition to her Dr. Loretta brand, she has a private label company that she sells products to germs and plastics. So let me show you like, so her company is called Cosmetical, and this is her sunscreen. It's called Radiant Shield. You wouldn't be able to just buy this. If you guys at your dermatologist's office, you might see products that look exactly like this, but it would have your derm's name on it or whatever. So her products are so good. So I've been using a lot of her sunscreens. I am a terrible, terrible human being because I don't use any sunscreen on my body, like none. Because for whatever reasons, even though I'm fair, I tan really, really easily. So, and I never burn. So I just never worry about my body. And I'm sure 10 years from now, I'm going to be kicking myself. But
is Kate still here? She had a question.
Yeah.
Or no, Kate dropped off.
No, I was here. I had a question
Okay.
actually, and I joined late. So if I've missed this, I'm
there you are.
just
Sorry.
ignore the question. The question I had was actually, did you speak about shopping at Marshall's and TJ Maxx for high-end lotions and creams?
I didn't, and I know that's becoming more and more of a thing. I think that there's a TJ Maxx by me, but I don't think like a Marshall's. I never, at least at the one by me, I feel like, oh, how old is this stuff? Like, I just don't trust that.
Well, I look at the expiration dates on them.
Yeah, they do for the most part.
No, I just look at the expiration dates.
Yeah. I mean,
and the other company I wanted to ask about is, did you have any feedback on Timeless?
I've never heard of that brand. Who's it?
Check it out. I buy 8 ounces of hyaluronic acid for when they have the 50% off sale.
Yeah.
I don't know, like $20 a bottle.
One thing, if possible, if you're looking at new products, if they tell you the percentage of the active ingredient, that's like huge. That retinol body product story that I read in Vogue recently really laid out for you. Not every company will disclose like how much of an active ingredient it has in it, but when they do, it's really good to try to, but you also have to be careful. I mean, people just go too crazy with, I mean, hyaluronic acid is a moisture. That's fine. But like people go nutsy with like retinol or whatever, and it really makes you so photosensitive. You really have to be careful because you can just basically, it's like a seesaw, like you're sensitizing yourself, then you know, it gets rid of the damage, but then it sets you up for more damage if you don't really protect your skin. So people need to tread carefully, I think.
Lorena would like to know the books.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so one's very crunchy. They're all old, by the way, as are we. This book is called Face It, and it's written by two former models who became shrinks. And it's all about learning to be okay with getting older. And it's really interesting, and it's really just very compelling, because I urge all of us to do that kind of internal work, not to get all woo-woo on you, but it's so important, because we cannot stop this runaway train that is aging. This book, The Makeup Wake Up, so good. I've had it for a long time. It's by an editor, Lois Joy Johnson. She's kind of like an institution among beauty editors, and also Sandy Lintner, who's a pretty famous makeup artist. It's just packed. There's so much good info about application, and I mean, it's worth it for the brow chapter alone. I mean, it's just so good. I've had it in my bookcase for a long time, but that I just took it on a road trip, and I was like, damn, there's so much good stuff in here.
Can you get that online still?
I would hope so. I don't know. Let's look at it. I mean, I'll look it up. Hopefully, it's only 10 years old. It's not like super old.
Okay.
Try a Libris, which is an aggregator of used bookstores. Good source for out of print stuff. And
Use Bookfinder too. They're
Yep.
both really good.
I have mixed feelings about this guy. It's called Toss the Gloss. This is like a galley copy. It's not what it really looks like. It's by Andrea Robinson, who back in the day was the beauty editor at Vogue, but then she went on to run like many beauty companies. So lots of good advice in here, a little bit of an axe to grind, but she herself got like a gigantic facelift. So she's kind of like, even though she talks a lot about empowerment or whatever, she also says, hey, I'm the first one who ran to the plastic surgeon when my started to droop. But very good intel in here as well. Yeah, so that's it, my friends.
We have one more question. Under lining your under your eye.
Oh my God. My holy grail. I don't leave the house without lining my eyes. Are you talking about lining your eyes?
Lining your eyes, but the lower lid.
Yeah, I only do that. Well, I shouldn't say I only do it. I mostly always, I definitely don't skip in here. Although, you know, I just read some really scary stories about this. It's really not great for your eyes to do this. Not good at all. So I'm kind of like, I probably shouldn't even be, you know, telling you to do it. I just like a classic black pencil. I like what they call automatic pencils that don't need sharpening, because I'm not like, I hate to like bust off. I just get very frustrated, or maybe I'm just not good at sharpening or whatever. So I always go for the automatic pencils. This is Revlon Color Stay. Doesn't cost, you know, they're super inexpensive and just a really great classic product. Yeah, so line your waterline at your own risk, I guess. I was reading all kinds of eye problems that people have gotten down the road from doing. Oh, there was a brow product that I wanted to just quickly shout out to you guys, that I'm in love with, and it's also super inexpensive. It's by that brand NYX, NYX. It's called Thick It, Stick It. And it's basically just in a tube with a spoolie with product on it, and you just use it to color in your brows. Like I mentioned that I've been using this brow serum by New Last, and it's making my brows really lush. But guess what? They're all silver. So the new hairs are not brown, they are silver. But so what? I just color them with this guy. And No one is the wiser.
All right. Any other questions, ladies?
Yeah, I just have one product question. And I
Yes.
agree with, everyone had, my brother has a beeswax hand cream they'd love to sell you to farmer's market and stuff like that, which I
Yes.
appreciate.
Yeah.
But a while back, my sister and a girlfriend went on a vacation to Morocco.
Uh-huh.
Yay. And came back and sent me a couple of, gifty touristy things. And one was a bottle of prickly pear oil, which everyone loves argan oil, goats
Yeah.
and trees and what have you.
Yeah.
But oh my God, that prickly pear oil is phenomenal. I
It's so
found
nice.
Youth to the People has a nice, it's like
Yeah.
a dream oil or
Yes.
glow oil that has
But-
some of that in there, but that prickly pear stuff is
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. No,
Do you know anything about it?
I don't know about that particular oil, but I know that Youth to the People has a very good rep. I don't mean to slam all natural products for sure. There's some good ones out there. I just
Yeah,
think,
but your point with the
yeah.
science is very well taken.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
natural, yay. And honestly, going into Sephora, would you like to try this new vegan natural product? And
yeah,
no, I think something that actually works, please.
yeah, the whole market is sort of falling out of that.
Yeah.
Trend is kind of like going by the wayside. So
well, the
everything's
prickly
a chemical.
pear's just fantastic. I
really
mean,
nice.
it's like an instant, like mini Botox on forehead lines.
I do love a good facial oil. Right now, I don't have any that I'm using. I've kind of blasted through whatever my vintner's daughter and whatever trendy face oils I had. But I like face oils, and my skin can take them. Not everybody's skin can. Some people get really clogged up with them, but and also some of them smell so nice, and like they're
Yeah.
just, it's all about the ritual at night. Like it really puts you to sleep. Like, I mean, not to TMI you, but I put patchouli oil on my wrists every night before I go to sleep. It's just like something, it's just like a gesture. It's like, okay, it signals. It's the signal. It's time to go to sleep. I put my patchouli oil on my wrists, so whatever, this stuff is also supposed to make us feel happy too. And so we can't it's not all drudgery to try to make ourselves look good. Oh, how did I forget my biggest weight? My biggest tip is to lift weights, ladies. That is the thing. If you want to look younger, I just got religion on this and I'm almost 62, but I am going to, I really think that nothing changes your body like lifting weights. And that in and of itself can be so youthifying, right? If you feel strong and you look strong.
It is. It's empowering.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Dana, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was
fun.
amazing.
Cool. All right.
I kind of want to offer a last dibs of any questions, but I think we covered a lot tonight.
We talked about a lot of products.
Anything you want to ask us?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think I was on my soapbox. It's all about acceptance, looking really well groomed, like really paying attention to that. That's 90% of like making you feel confident, I feel like.
Good advice. Thank you so
Indeed.
much for joining us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really
thank you.
appreciate it.
Dana, thank you.
Fun.
It was
Bye
great.
now.
Thank you, everybody, for joining
Bye.
us tonight. Thank you. Bye.
Well, that was fun, Diana.
I thought that was
Great.
really fun.
Thank you
too.
very much.
Wonderful.
And it covered all price points too, which I think is really important. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't say this, but I use a lot of products from CVS, like over the counter, and I always keep the coupons and I buy some of that La Roche-Posay. They
I do
have
too.
they have the vitamin C, they have hyaluronic or retinol. I'll put that on at night. I know it's not as concentrated as some of the ones that you might get at a doctor's office or a derm's office, but it really helps. And I use like different creams and cleansers, oil of Olay, and there's a great scrub that I use maybe once or twice a week. It's is it Ole Erickson?
Ole
And
Yeah,
it's in a
that's-
green bottle and or tube, and it has just like eucalyptus and it smells good, it feels good, you know.
Yeah,
But
and I
what I
think
haven't been
her,
doing is using those tools and products. So I don't know. Should I try them?
yeah, I'm ready to, bust out the shaving cream and, take a little
Yeah.
off.
I was thinking to myself, when I notice all the facial hairs, it's when I'm in the car and I pull the window, I mean, the mirror down and you're
Yeah.
in the bright light, you go,
Yeah.
oh my God, I didn't
I
bring my,
keep tweezers in my car when I'm at a stoplight and I'm going like this. It's like,
Yeah.
and then I have this really gross habit of looking at it. It's like, did I get it? Yeah, got it. Because you can feel it. I mean, they're rough
Exactly.
and they're,
It's
Yeah.
like,
they're
look how big
various
that thing
colors.
was.
Some are silver, some are black. It's like it's like I'm growing hair everywhere. I'm losing it on my head and my lashes and my eyebrows, but it's going everywhere else right now.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah, I
we have
never
to
traveled
embrace
enough.
it, like she said. We have to just, good
Yeah,
Work with
grooming,
it.
I guess. Make look good, feel good. I don't know. Some
Yeah.
days you're really at it. I'm just tired of putting on a face. Like I go to
Yeah.
work most of the day and
It's
I'm
hard.
and I work with a lot of young people and
Me too.
I'm out and about a lot and I'm just, on weekends,
Tired.
I just don't even want to wear a lot of makeup or get
Yeah.
dressed up all the time.
Well, I think her
Yeah,
point
one of
about
our blog posts
consistency
was
was
like
really good
milk-proof.
too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
milk-proof makeup, because in Florida, it
Yeah,
just-
milk. Yep. But I do like the Jones Road, and I know some other people in our class have been using it, like Hillary, Sarah, I think Julie, Honorable Reed. They're not on, but they told me about Jones Road, and I really like it. So it does. It
Nice.
just has a suppleness. In fact, it's so like kind of shiny sometimes that I just use like a really light cover. It's actually It Cosmetics. It's like black and it
I
has
love
just a
it
really,
cosmetics.
like that. Yeah, like a translucent.
love
And
it.
I do put that on with a brush, but
Yep. And have you noticed that you can only get that stuff off the brush if you buy the makeup remover that they make?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Like
Even Dawn doesn't work.
cut it. No, yep, Dawn doesn't cut it.
yeah.
You have to actually. But yeah, Dana had turned me on to it years ago, and that stuff really works, and it lasts,
Yeah.
and it's not
Wow.
expensive,
Well,
So
it's yeah. I mean, there's so many products out there. That's what drives you crazy. It's like, oh my gosh, how many things do I need? And they're expensive.
But I
Yeah,
thought it
no
was really
kidding.
helpful that she said that the formulas are the same for anything that's made by Estee Lauder or Lancome. So, or rather, I'm sorry, L'Oreal. So
L'Oreal, yeah.
you can buy the cheapest one and it's going to be the same. Who knew? I did not know that.
Well, marketing and packaging costs
Yeah.
a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But I do love Lauder's day cream that always has that cucumber smell.
Oh,
Yeah.
And they have a decent SPF.
Yeah.
I like fragrance stuff too. I bought those peel pads from Goop because they were on sale, and it came with a face oil, and the face oil smells like a horse.
Oh dear.
It works really well, but it's just like I feel like I'm every time I take a breath, I'm breathing, and I know it's not my bad breath. It just oh. I can't imagine
unfortunate.
Gwyneth Paltrow really uses that. So
Well, when she's not steaming something, but more on that later.
yeah. She's
Well,
having an
thank
afternoon
you.
look.
It was so nice to see everyone and
Same here.
Good to
Learn
see
a
you
bit
too,
too.
Sandra.
Doing this.
yeah,
Dana, for
good to
putting
see
together.
everyone. Take care.
All
Be
right,
well.
You too.
ladies. Thank you so much. Super fun.
Good to
Thank
see you
Alright.
all. Take care.
Good night.
Bye now.
Bye.
Hi, Kitty. Hi. I say hi to. Oh, there's Kitty. There's Kitty. Here's Kitty.
Oh, how cute is
Very
that?
cute. Kitty's very cute.
Well, his owner has gone off to college, so Now he's my
Well, he's
responsibility.
your kitty. He's your kitty. Did you get your Jones Road questions asked?
Yeah,
Answered?
that's good. Yeah, I kind of, when I put it on, then I'll like step out and the wind will blow and it's like stuck to my face. So I might be using too much of it.
But that was, I think that was really helpful because like I knew she would, because we had talked about when that launched. I knew she would have the answer to that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Okay, I
I'm
think I'm gonna have
going
some
to jump off and take her up on that idea of, yes, having a good night's sleep will make a difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shower because I really stink. It's like the real,
But it's not a
the real
horse thing, you're
feel-
fine.
yeah, the real feel here is 107. So
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
and
Yikes.
I have to talk. I'm actually, yeah, my move is next Thursday morning. So,
Well, good
right,
luck with the
babes.
interview. Let us know.
Talking.
Okay.
Oh, I had the interview. That was good.
No, let us know what happens.
You had it right?
I will, but I'm not going to be upset if I don't get it.
I know. Just let us know.
I will.
And we're
Bye.
rooting for you,
All
girl.
right, ladies. All right.
Sweet dreams.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.